Decent enough day, unfortunately not so decent in Waukegan, where Route 41 is still shut down in both directions from King Drive to Route 120 with this double rollover. It is a fatal crash. We are still working to get you more information, and we will have it when it becomes available. But definitely you might want to think about using Route 43 or Green Bay Road as your alternates. Now over to Air Fox, who did make their way over to Dalton, and as you do see, it is still shut down in both directions between Chicago and Grant. That's about a one-block. ComEd on the scene trying to fix this split pole that is in place. Now onto the expressways, a couple big delays I do want to highlight real quick. Inbound on the Eisenhower, slam packed from Manheim all the way into Sacramento, an hour 15 in from Thorndale, 50 back out, and the Stevenson inbound, it's bumped up to an hour 5 already from 355 at Lakeshore Drive, 40 back out. Inbound, you're slow at first. Kristen.
And Jeremy's been on top of this one all morning long for us. Let's send it over to him for the latest update.
And Scott, this is a story we've been following all morning here on Good Day Chicago. It is a fatal double rollover crash. It happened about 2 a.m. And as we zoom in, you do see that this happened in the northbound lanes of Route 41 at North Point Drive. Now, Route 41 is shut down between King Drive and Route 120. We are working to confirm some more details with Waukegan and North Chicago Police Departments, who are both on the scene. However, we do know of at least one fatality, multiple agencies on the scene trying to pick up the pieces and see what goes on. Use Green Bay Road or Route 43 as your alternate. We'll have more on this and your travel times here on our next tip, but let's send it over to Mark with the weather.
All right, we've got sunshine today. Sunshine with cooler temperatures. Temperatures today topping out in the low 50s. Tomorrow, sunshine returns. In fact, over the weekend, mostly sunny skies. Temperatures of 55 degrees on Saturday. We're up into the low 60s on Sunday. The temperatures continue to moderate, continue to warm as we go Monday and into Tuesday. Temperature 67 degrees on Monday, 68 degrees on Tuesday. Risk of some showers Wednesday and Thursday, but 60s all week long.
On Fox 32's Anita Padilla. Chicago police want your help in tracking down a 9-year-old boy who's been missing since he left school yesterday. His family is worried sick about him, and they don't know where he is. This is the picture of little Jeremiah Elzay. He is 9 years of age, and according to Chicago police, he's a little over 4 feet tall and weighs about 74 pounds. He has brown eyes and black hair and a medium complexion. Police are hoping you see him and call them. The last time anybody saw him was yesterday around 3:30 in the afternoon after school in the 5200 block of South State Street. Now, according to police, his family says he's not familiar with that area. It's not clear why that might be, but what is clear is he should be with his family this morning. And we just checked with the police department moments ago, and still no word on where he is, and the family has not heard from him. So keep him in mind today as you go about your day. Reporting live, Anita Padilla, Fox 32 News. Back to you.
All right, straight up at 7 o'clock, breaking overnight, a mess in the Edgewater neighborhood. What police say is the aftermath of a man fleeing from a traffic stop. A 26-year-old driver was injured after police say he crashed into several parked cars and a building. It happened after he was stopped in the 5600 block of North Ashland. That happening around 1:30 this morning while running a red light. Later today, police in Chesterton, Indiana will give us an update about the town's first murder case in 3 years. A woman was stabbed and killed Wednesday in downtown Chesterton. Her body was found still behind the wheel of an SUV behind a business. Police plan to give an update on the investigation around 1 o'clock. A man charged with strangling a woman in Schaumburg will be brought back to Illinois to stand trial. He's 29 years old, and he's waived extradition in Florida. He was arrested in Jacksonville. He now faces a number of charges, including murder. Police say he lived in a building near 33-year-old Tiffany Trasher's apartment. They believe he got into her apartment through an unlocked window, sexually assaulted her, and then choked her.
2 students from Skokie have been released from custody after allegedly plotting a shooting there. Both students, that is, could still face charges as juveniles. Now, Skokie PD says officials at McCracken Middle School contacted them about a plan by 2 students to commit a shooting in the near future. Police say the threat is no longer viable. Chicago police is beefing up technology to help crack down on crime, making it easier for folks to report criminal activity. The department rolling out what they're calling CPDTip.com. Now, this is designed to be more user-friendly than its predecessor. It's going to run more smoothly, we're told, on mobile devices and doesn't require any app downloads or text messages to be sent. It allows you to remain anonymous and to send pictures. The tip site is not designed, though, to replace 911 in an emergency.
I'm Kristen Nicole at the Live Desk. We're learning this morning that the gunman who killed a police officer in Paris yesterday had been in custody before. French officials say he was detained in February for threatening police, then freed because there wasn't enough evidence. ISIS has taken responsibility for the attack that killed an officer and injured 3 other people. Happened last night in a popular shopping district. Authorities say the chief suspect is 39-year-old Karim Shurfai. He was shot and killed by police during the attack. The suspect had a police record and had been convicted of attacking a police officer in 2001. President Trump spoke about the attack last night.
First of all, our condolences from our country to the people of France. Again, it's happening, it seems. I just saw it as I was walking in, so that's a terrible thing, and it's a very, very terrible thing that's going on in the world today. But it looks like another terrorist attack, and what can you say? It just never ends.
The shooting comes 3 days before French general elections. Paris was already in a state of emergency after a string of terror attacks.
7:04 right now, a 28-year-old man in custody suspected of plotting a bomb attack on a German soccer team bus. One of the players and a police officer injured in last week's attack. Well, police believe the motive wasn't terrorism, it was greed. They think the attacker was trying to drop the team's stock value so he could make money off of it. U.S. officials say the Syrian government has moved most of its combat planes to a Russian military base in Syria. There are reports this morning that Syria is also hiding about 3 tons of chemical weapons. The move comes as Syria worries about more U.S. airstrikes, which the U.S. has not ruled out. However, the Trump administration is making a new diplomatic push, pressuring Russia and Iran to stop supporting the Assad regime.
3 Seattle police officers are recovering this morning from gunshot wounds following a shootout with a suspect. Police say the officers confronted 3 suspects who robbed a downtown 7-Eleven. And during the fight, one suspect opened fire, hitting 2 of those officers. Police say the suspect barricaded himself in a nearby building following that shooting, but was later pronounced dead. One officer remains in serious condition. The other 2 are in stable condition. And breaking overnight, Arkansas has executed an inmate for the first time in nearly a dozen years. The U.S. Supreme Court allowed the state to proceed. Liddell Lee pronounced dead just before midnight. He was given the death penalty for a 1993 death of his neighbor. The state had scheduled 8 executions before its lethal injection drugs expire at the end of this month. 2 more inmates are set to be executed on Monday.
A teacher in Tennessee who's been missing with one of its students for more than a month has been arrested, and we're told the student is safe. Tad Cummings and 15-year-old Elizabeth Thomas disappeared together on March 13th. Cummings was fired after a student reported seeing the 2 kissing. The 2 were found in Northern California. U.S. authorities have prepared charges against the founder of WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks, some would say, is known for posting stolen, hacked, and leaked information on U.S. government activities. Well, the Justice Department had been unable to build a case against the founder, but apparently has now found a way around First Amendment concerns. The founder has taken refuge in London while facing rape accusations in Sweden.
Heads I win, tails you lose. It all came down to chance in the election of the leader of a very small Illinois town. Candidate Tammy O'Daniel, now the village president down in Culp, following a coin toss. Each of the candidates got 11 votes. So, according to law, the coin flip made the call. O'Daniel promised her opponent she'd find a place for him on the village board. By the way, she called heads, got heads.
7:07, still ahead on this Friday morning here on Good Day Chicago. Beyond disappointed how the Blackhawks are reacting after becoming the first top-seeded team to ever be eliminated in the first round of the playoffs.
Plus, star power in the White House. Some, though, criticizing some of the most famous conservatives in our country for acting disrespectfully while there.
And a different look for those unique face fountains over at the Millennium Park. The changes that you'll soon see, and a lot of people are wondering, hey, will my face be up there?
I like yours up there, Dar.
I'll take it.
I bet you'll hear my whistle blowing when my train rolls in. It goes like dust in the wind.
It's Carson's Super Saturday Sale this Saturday with preview days Thursday and Friday. Save up to 60% store-wide and shop over 175 doorbusters all day Thursday through Saturday. Shop in-store and online. Carson's, your store, your style.
We say goodbye to every mattress at the Dump. Friday, you say hello to 16 inches of pure silver, 70% off, and free power adjustables. 70% off the Handmade Mattress of Canada. Hello, free power adjustables. 75% off 5 Diamond Hotel Luxury. $2,000 Queen Memory Foam, $199. King, $299. Free delivery, free financing, free power adjustables. Friday, goodbye to every mattress. Hello to 80% off at the Dump.
A warm bed. Aside from jobs and family obligations, there aren't many reasons to leave one in the morning. Although, the thought of griddled Canadian bacon can be pretty persuasive.
What are you looking for in a man?
Somebody funny, very kind and sweet.
Did you know that more relationships start on Match than anywhere else?
What if there was a place where you could meet people who meet all the criteria you're looking for? Would that interest you?
Yeah.
It's Match.
Okay.
Just text Match to 55702 and Match will give you 7 days free.
Would you sign up?
Yeah, I would.
Let's go do it. We're going to do it right now.
Why wait to meet someone great? Text Match to 55702 and get your 7 days free on Match now. 18 plus.
Maestros lead with confidence, exactness, inspiration. At GMC, we're in tune with that degree of precision. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the GMC Acadia. The next generation SUV has arrived. Get this low-mileage lease on this Acadia SLE1 for around $279 per month. Plus, current non-GM lessees can get $1,500 additional lease cash.
Let the games begin.
Kids and students, just $29.95. Visit MedievalTimes.com for details.
Get your free 7-piece gift from Estee Lauder. Choose your skincare and makeup shades worth up to $140. Yours free with any Estee Lauder purchase of $35 or more. Only at Carson's. Your store, your style.
Fox 32 News is brought to you by Carson Peary Scott.
10 minutes after the hour, some of the other top stories we're following for you on this Friday morning. Attorneys for the Chicago police officer accused of murdering 17-year-old Laquan McDonald continue to challenge his charges. At a hearing yesterday, they argued that the grand jury that indicted Jason Van Dyke was never told about an Illinois law which allows cops to use deadly force in certain situations. Meantime, the judge is questioning a woman holding up a sign in protest and said anyone who comes into the courthouse waving around a sign will be held in contempt of court.
A pharmaceutical company is being blamed for a Glencoe man's suicide, and now a jury has ordered that company to pay his widow $3 million. Attorney Stuart Dolan jumped in front of a CTA train in the Loop back in 2010. His wife argued that GlaxoSmithKline did not warn his doctor that the drug increased suicidal behavior. The company says it's going to appeal that ruling.
Former Congressman Aaron Trout wants the corruption case against him tossed out. Lawyers for the downstate Republican filed a motion to dismiss the case yesterday. They say authorities misinterpreted the law and overreacted. Prosecutors deny that investigators overstepped legal lines when they recruited a confidential informant from Shock's staff to help build their case.
7-Eleven, welcome back to Good Day Chicago.
It is Flashback Friday this morning, and as we toss it outside and over to Mark Stroh, we're going to do a little Flashback Friday here. And remember this one?
Dar's got this one down. She's got it down.
The purple and yellow.
Can you do the whole song?
Bang, bang.
She did it earlier.
The boogie said, up jump the boogie to the bang, bang boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop. Go ahead, Mark, so I can keep my job here. I don't want to show you too many talents.
Oh, come on. We need to put the camera on.
We missed a fantastic shot there.
Darn, that was and of course, kids back in the day, their parents were like, oh, you can memorize this, but you can't remember your homework. Right. This morning, we've got a mix of sun and clouds across Chicago. It is a nice start to the day. Temperatures in the 40s this morning. We have partly to mostly sunny skies today. Temperatures topping out around 52. We're back in the 40s this evening. It'll be another cool night and another coolish day tomorrow with temperatures back up into the 50s. High temperatures today, I think about 52 degrees here in the city. A little warmer south and west, LaSalle, Peru, Ottawa, Mendota, over towards Princeton, Spring Valley. Marseille's about 58 degrees. But here in the city, temperatures in the 50s and a little bit cooler along the Michigan shoreline and the Indiana dunes with temperatures only in the 40s. Today, partly sunny skies, cool temps. It will be sunny and dry, though, for the weekend, and we do have warmer 60s, not only next week, but starting into Sunday as well. All right, here's what's happening right now. Temperatures, well, we are starting out on the cool side. We have 30s in McHenry County. From the city of McHenry through Woodstock, temperatures of 38 degrees. 41 degrees in Rockford, 40 degrees in DeKalb. It's 45 in Maryville, 43 in Benton Harbor. The warmest spot I can find you is 47 degrees at Kankakee, well, except for the 48 at Gary. Either way, it's a cool start. Winds out of the north and out of the northwest, and those temperatures today staying in the 40s along the lakeshore with temperatures in the low to mid-50s elsewhere. There's the sunshine peeling back those clouds. It'll be a mix of sun and clouds as we go throughout the day today, but generally, with the exception of the 50s for high temperatures, a decent enough day.
Decent enough day, unfortunately not so decent in Waukegan. Route 41 is still shut down in both directions from King Drive to Route 120 with this double rollover. It is a fatal crash. We are still working to get you more information, and we will have it when it becomes available. But definitely you might want to think about using Route 43 or Green Bay Road as your alternates. Now over to Air Fox, who did make their way over to Dalton, and as you do see, it is still shut down in both directions between Chicago and Grant. That's about a one-block. ComEd on the scene trying to fix this split pole that is in place. Now onto the expressways, a couple big delays I do want to highlight real quick. Inbound on the Eisenhower, slam packed from Manheim all the way into Sacramento, an hour 15 in from Thorndale, 50 back out, and the Stevenson inbound, it's bumped up to an hour 5 already from 355 at Lakeshore Drive, 40 back out. Inbound, you're slow at first. Kristen.
Jeremy, thank you. Back here at the live desk, I've got some good and some bad news about Illinois' unemployment rate. State officials say the jobless rate is below 5% for the first time in a decade. It hit 4.9% last month. But the rate is still higher than the national unemployment rate, which dropped to 4.5% last month. The state also says that Illinois gained fewer jobs in February than previously reported.
To sports now, Blackhawks went into this year's Stanley Cup playoffs with the second best record in franchise history. Hottest team in the NHL going in. They left the first #1 seed in NHL history to be swept in the first round. Yeah, same story last night as it was in the first three. Just overmatched. The Predators had so much speed on the ice. They scored the first 3 of the game. The captain, Jonathan Toews, found the back of the net in the third. Just way too little, way too late. Predators complete that 4-game sweep to abruptly end the Hawks season. George Smith caught up with the team after the game.
The Predators dominated this series from start to finish, shutting out the Blackhawks twice in 4 games. And now for the second year in a row, the Blackhawks are out of the playoffs in the first round. As you can imagine, it was a pretty quiet locker room after the game.
Not good enough, and that's I don't think anybody exceeded their expectations, and when you don't compete to the level that's necessary, I take that personally, and as a coach, that we didn't find the all-out button and didn't get the job done.
Beyond disappointing, I think to work as hard as we have all year, and then get to the postseason time of year where our guys pride themselves on taking advantage of that opportunity and putting their best foot forward, and getting to this point and falling flat on our face the way we did. So don't really have any words right now or any explanation, any good explanation for why or what just happened. But it's not a good feeling, obviously. You know, you're coming into it. I think we're all very confident with our team. And, you know, the group we had in here. And tonight you won a playoff game and scored 3 goals in 4 games. It's just like, I don't think we really expected it in here. And obviously, we're all a little bit shocked and surprised.
In the end, Coach Q said the Predators raised their level of play and the Blackhawks did not. In Nashville, I'm George Smith, Fox 32 Sports.
All right, so there is a silver lining. We've still got the Bulls.
I can't wait for tonight's game. I don't know about you. They're back in town, getting ready for Game 3 against the Celtics, the top seed in the East. They stole the show in the first 2 road games the Bulls did, surprising everybody in the NBA. Tip-off tonight a little bit earlier than usual. It's 6 p.m. at the UC. Still ahead on Good Day Chicago, outrage at a defense attorney.
People can be very good at lying. Women can be especially good at it because they're the weaker sex.
Did you hear what he just said?
Right at the end, yeah.
A man is under fire for what he said about women during a rape trial.
And this was once unheard of, a 73-year-old model in an underwear ad. Why some say it doesn't do enough, though, to fight ageism.
And he's a legendary soul singer with some hits that could always get you to sing along. We're going to be remembering Cuba Gooding Sr. this morning.
Fox 32 News is brought to you by Lexus.
Every L-certified pre-owned Lexus comes with a 161-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance plan, 2 years or 20,000 miles of complimentary maintenance, and an unlimited mileage L-certified warranty. So you can experience all the confidence you've come to expect from a Lexus. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
Looking for your favorite CW shows? They move to the new CW50 Chicago. Check your provider for your CW channel.
Paint? No, this isn't just paint. This is the most advanced one-coat coverage. Made with molecules that bond stronger, bond tighter, and bond tougher in one coat for beauty that starts and stays that way. Because this isn't just paint. This is Paramount.
Right now at Menards, get an 11% rebate on everything, including Pittsburgh Paramount Paint.
Who gives you the best in-home Wi-Fi experience? Let's find out. Welcome home. Who's your internet service provider?
I have AT&T.
Does the Wi-Fi keep up throughout the house?
Not very well.
Not very well. Did you know that Xfinity has the best in-home Wi-Fi experience?
She's been telling me that.
Let's pretend this is your house. How's the quality up there?
I give it a 10.
Let's add 5 devices to the mix. How's yours doing?
Man, I'm loving this.
We gotta get with Xfinity.
Learn more about the best in-home Wi-Fi experience or get started for $19.99 a month for 12 months. Click, call, or visit an Xfinity store today.
For 1 week only, find Ashley Home Store's lowest prices of the season. Get up to 25% off, plus up to 36 months no interest, no money down, no minimum purchase. Find our lowest prices like this bed, just $548, this sofa, just $748, and this 5-piece fire pit chat set, just $1448. Or get 72 months no interest, no money down, no minimum purchase. This is 1 week you won't want to miss. Find the lowest prices of the season, only at Ashley Home Store. This is home. Shop now at ashleyhomestore.com.
Extra, extra. A Cable News Kings fall from grace. What's next for Bill O'Reilly? Next Extra.
Today at 3:30 on Fox 32 Chicago.
Everybody plays the fool sometimes. There's no exception to the rule. Listen, baby, it may be back
1971. It is Flashback Friday here on Good Day Chicago. You're listening to Main and Gritty, and remember that intro there? So your heart is broken, you're sitting around moping, crying.
And by the way, we're following some sad news this morning. The group's lead singer, Cuba Gooding Sr., has died. Richard Roper is in-house with details. Richard?
And Richard was just singing those lyrics with me, okay?
That spoken word intro was so cool, Dar and Scott. Authorities do not believe foul play was involved in Cuba Gooding Sr.'s death. He was found slumped over the wheel of his car in California yesterday. He was 72 years old. Sources tell the LA Times drug paraphernalia and alcohol containers were found in the car. Gooding had those huge hits with Main Ingredient, including the aforementioned Everybody Plays the Fool and Just Don't Want to Be Lonely. Just last year, I caught up with his son, Cuba Gooding Jr., and he told me where the two of them got their name. The name. People always talk about it. Of course, if people don't know, obviously you're the junior. Senior, fall of 1972, Main Ingredient.
Everybody Plays the Fool.
That was your father.
Right. It's my father, and his father's name was Dudley Gooding. And he lived in Cuba. His first wife was from Cuba.
Okay.
And she passed away, so he moved to New York City, became a taxi cab driver. And when he had his son, he named it in memory of his first wife. So
that's where that comes from.
Yeah, and they used to call him Cuba when he drove cabs because he was from Cuba.
Cuba Gooding grew up in Harlem and lived just a few blocks from the Apollo Theater. Calvin Klein is getting praise for a progressive new lingerie ad, but some are saying it doesn't go far enough. Check this out. It features 73-year-old actress and model Lauren Hutton, known for her gap-toothed smile, of course. She's featured alongside other famous faces, Kirsten Dunst, Rashida Jones. The ad director says he wanted to showcase cool and smart women with real bodies. But some critics say she only gets a fraction of the screen time that the younger women get because some critics have to criticize everything that exists in the world. HBO continues to work to get fans excited about the upcoming season of Game of Thrones. They released some photos that give a first look at season 7. Not too much action here. Like the first trailer, there appears to be a lot of sitting around. Well, that's what they do. They have to talk about stuff before they stab each other. Season 7 premieres on HBO on July 16th. And some good news for fans of The X-Files. The popular show is returning to Fox. They've ordered a second series of the X-Files event series. David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson are returning in their roles as Mulder and Scully. That will air in 2017-2018. Production set to begin soon, guys.
Exciting. Let's hope they have more success than the reboot of 24 did. Not a lot of eyes, I guess, as much as Fox would have liked. So now that shows, I guess, is on the ropes, I hear. But hopefully X-Files comes back strong. Still ahead on Good Day Chicago, high hopes for legal pot. We're talking to the state lawmaker who wants to make it happen.
And if you think losing weight will make you happier, think again. See, I've been saying this for years. The link scientists are making between being thin and being depressed.
And they just released their first new album in a decade. We've got a treat for you. Live performance from Lucky Boys Confusion a little later on.
With Fresco, when you shoot the news, you get paid. And the best way to get your video on Fox 32 News is to make it Fresco ready. For the perfect selfie, you just need one click. But for news, keep the camera rolling. To get on the air, shoot at least 5 seconds at a time. The more video, the merrier. Get the Fresco app. Join the Fox 32 News team today.
Better is about discoveries. Discoveries that lead to breakthroughs. Conveniently delivered close to you. Because better medicine is more than a single experience. It's the tireless collaboration of an entire system, anchored by the #1 hospital in Illinois, creating advancements to make you, no matter where you live, better. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Make it plush, make it soft, make it clean, make it new, make it perfect, make it you.
Make your mattress totally you with Serta or Beauty Rest at Value City Furniture. Make it you.
What if? 2 words that could change your life. What if you missed your daughter's wedding? Missed your first prom? What if you missed the Cubs winning the World Series?
Without my heart transplant.
Without my liver transplant.
Without my kidney transplant. What if it were you? Don't let what ifs change your life. Sign up for the Illinois Secretary of State's Organ and Tissue Donor Registry. Go to lifegoeson.com.
White Castle's bringing the bold because the new Smoky Brisket Slider is kicking open your mouth door with flavor. Thick cut brisket on more brisket with bullseye barbecue sauce and crunchy onion crisps. So now you can have a barbecue anytime. Wait, now is anytime. And oh yeah, crispy mac and cheese nibblers, they're back and ready for the pairing. Smoky, cheddary, briskety. Now that's a bold move.
Where's my cooler? My sandwich is in there.
Oh, boy.
Nice try, pal.
That feeling, only better. Confidence. Thanks to a reinforced safety cage. Standard in the 5-star side impact safety rated Volkswagen Tiguan.
Hurry in and lease this 2017 Tiguan S for just $199 a month. Visit VWDealer.com today.
Make your mattress totally you at Value City Furniture. This week, make it plush with this Beauty Rest Silver Queen mattress set, now just $5.99. Plus, spend $9.99 or more and get an extra 10% off, or enjoy 12-month special financing. Value City Furniture. Make it you.
UPS is seeking part-time package handlers in Addison. Great pay, plus graduate debt-free with up to $25,000 towards tuition. Apply now at upsjobs.com.
It's 7:27, breaking news this morning from North Suburban Waukegan. A double rollover crash has shut down traffic on Route 41 in both directions. You're looking at a live picture of it. This is between Martin Luther King Drive and Route 120. Live situation again, and there looks like, this is what it looks like right now. Jeremy Scott is tracking traffic in the area, and we'll have an update for us this morning in just a couple of minutes.
Meanwhile, here's a look at the 5 things you need to know today. Police are searching for a missing 9-year-old boy who never made it home from school yesterday. You're looking at Jeremiah LZ, who was last seen in the 5200 block of South State Street. This is the Washington Park neighborhood we're talking about. If you have seen this young man, please contact police.